Milo the mouse lived with his big brother Max. They had the coziest mouse hole. It was small but warm and comfy, and they slept snuggled up in little beds made of the softest, silkiest wool. Their mouse hole was tucked away inside a wall. Max had chosen it long ago when they were looking for somewhere to live. This was perfect. He said it was a bedroom wall in a house that belonged to a human family, so it was quiet and peaceful, especially at night. Tucked up in their beds in the mouse hole, Max and Milo enjoyed long nights of deep, dreamy sleep. They dreamed of cheese most of the time, especially yummy cheddar cheese, which was Milo's favorite. Usually, Max and Milo both slept so well. There was only one problem. Max was a snorer. On some nights, Milo would wake up from a wonderful dream of cheese and hear Ma snoring. Sometimes it was a snuffling sound, and sometimes it sounded like he was chuckling to himself. Max made some very funny noises. Milo didn't mind it that much when his brother snored, except when it woke him up from an especially good dream. Occasionally, he wished he had his own mouse hole, where nothing would ever bother him and he could enjoy endless dreams of cheddar cheese. So one morning, Milo made a decision over a breakfast of toasted breadcrumbs. He told Max what he was going to do. "It's time for me to find my own mouse." "Hong," said Milo, "after all, I'm nearly grown up too. Grown up to share a hole with my brother. I'm going to look for a new place to sleep at night." Max smiled. It was so like his little brother, always wanting to try things on his own and be more grown up. He wished Milo good luck. "But remember," said Max, "there will always be a bed for you here after breakfast." The two mice hugged goodbye, and Milo set off on his adventure. He felt so grown up, he left the mouse hole and scuttled happily across the bedroom carpet. The bedroom belonged to a child, a human of 4 or 5 years old, so there were toys all over the floor. Milo had to find his way through a maze of gigantic, colorful building blocks and shiny toy cars. What a mess, thought Milo. Personally, he liked to keep his space nice and clean. It was something his brother had taught him, always tidy up. Well, never mind, thought Milo. It didn't matter, especially as he was leaving the bedroom anyway. He scurried through the maze of toys, then continued down the hallway, down the stairs, all the way to the living room. This room was bright and clean with a beautiful wooden floor. When Milo walked across it, his paws went click, 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 and hidden behind the sofa was a spacious mouse hole. Milo smiled when he saw it. Yes, he decided this would be his new home. He spent the day decorating and making a comfy bed out of feathers, which he found in the sofa cushion. Soon it was nighttime. Milo usually went to bed early at around like most mice. He needed a lot of sleep, so just before Milo settled down in his soft feathery bed, usually his brother tucked him in and said goodnight. It was a little strange not having Max there, but Milo reminded himself that he was a big mouse now. He was almost grown up, so he didn't need his brother to tuck him in anyway. He would go to visit Max tomorrow and tell him all about his new home. Milo closed his eyes. He was feeling tired now and looked forward to a good night's sleep. But just as he was starting to drift off, he heard a strange sound. Something was making noises outside his mouse hole. It was like voices and music all mixed together. Oh no, thought Milo, it was worse than Max's snoring. He sat up sleepily, rubbing his eyes with his paws. Then he got out of bed and crept outside to see what was going on. Milo could hear voices from above him. The human family was sitting on the sofa, chatting to each other, and when Milo peeked out from the edge of the sofa, he could see the big TV on the opposite wall. The screen was full of flashing, moving pictures, and it was making all kinds of sounds. Milo sighed. He couldn't sleep here tonight, not with these noises. He would have to try another room, so he scurried across the living room floor all the way to the kitchen. This room had black and white floor tiles, like a big chessboard. Milo's paws went tap, 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 as he scuttled across the floor until he reached another mouse hole. There was a gap in the wall just behind the fridge. Milo settled happily into the new mouse hole. It was nice and quiet here. He could smell all the lovely cooking smells. His whiskers twitched as he sniffed the air with its cheesy aroma. He thought, delicious. He would be quite happy here, surrounded by yummy smells. After making himself a bed out of kitchen towel, Milo curled up ready to sleep. He let out a big squeaky yawn and closed his eyes. But just as he could feel himself nodding off, he heard another noise. It sounded like clinking and clanking mixed with a great gush of water. What on earth could it be? Milo got up and went to find out. When he took a peek outside, he saw what was making all the noise. The man who lived in the house was standing by the key.